Say we have a problem statement that we want to get a list of prime numbers until a given number n. The naive idea would be to look at every number until this number and check if that number is prime. This can be done by checking for, let's say, divisibility until root of n. But then it turns out that a much more efficient idea would be to use what is called a sieve of Eratosthenes. Um, Rationale here is that, look, multiples of prime numbers are not prime. So for example, multiples of 2, 4, 6, 8, and so on are not prime. Multiples of 3 are not prime. Multiples of 5 are not prime, and so on. Hence, this can be marked as composites. So basically, we store numbers in a list, mark out all the composites, and whatever remains then is the list of prime numbers. So that's the idea. Let's understand this with the visualization. So like I said, the idea is to mark out the multiples of prime numbers. So in this case, let's say all multiples of 2 are being marked right now. Once this is done, I know that these numbers that are in gray color are composites, they're not primes. I move to the next prime, which is 3. I mark out all the multiples of 3. Next, I move to the next prime, which is 5, and I mark out all the multiples of 5. Go to 7, mark out all its multiples. In fact, the job is done. All the numbers in white are prime, but the algorithm ends at 11 because remember, 11 square is 121, which is more than 100. Once I've done until here, in fact, I don't need to go any further, right? So the numbers that are in white right now are basically prime numbers. Now, now to implement this in Python, we create a list of booleans. So I have this list called primes. Notice there's a list of booleans. Basically, the idea is that for whichever number I have a true in this list, that's a prime number. I start with the smallest prime, which is 2. While my p square is less than equal to n is the target, let's say the largest number that I'm looking at. While p square is less than equal to n, I ask myself if this number is a prime, then well, I look at all its multiples and mark them as composites. Let's look at this. This happens through this for loop. Basically, I'm saying for jj in range p square. So start at p square, go in steps of p all the way until the end. Whichever number is a multiple, basically mark them all as false. Next, move to the next prime number, and so on. So we keep doing this while p square is less than equal to n. Clearly, this is the sieve process, which will mark out all the composite numbers. Now, just two pertinent points over here. First thing first, we are doing while p square less than equal to n because, at least one of the factors has to be less than square root of n. So this keeps it efficient. Next, we are starting this inner for loop at p square, not at, let's say, 2p or 3p, because think about it, any smaller multiple of p has already been picked up by a earlier prime. So this again keeps it a little bit efficient. Having, let's say, extracted this, having basically marked this list of booleans, the primes, with all the composites, now the next task is to extract out the prime numbers. We can do this using list comprehensions. Remember, we have this list called primes. So I can run a enumerate statement in a list comprehension. So x for x is prime in enumerate primes. Enumerate, remember, gives us both the index and the value. The value in this case is either true or false. Wherever I see the value is true, I go and pick up that index. That's why x for x is prime in enumerate primes if is prime is true. So this is the idea. Next, we'll see this working to get a better feel of it. So here I have my code. Let's say I run it for n equals to 4. So basically when I do this, there are two prime numbers here. I'm printing the primes here, after the while loop. Basically while loop, remember, is marking out all the, composite numbers. So in this case, there were only two trues which were at, remember, this is 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 0, 1 has already been taken care from these statements. Anything else has been taken care from this while loop, right? So primes list is false, false, true, true, false, and then this list comprehension. Again, just to understand this, I put a small little program, just to see how this works. Basically, if I have, let's say, this code for x is prime in, enumerate primes. If I print both x and, is prime, x, remember, is the index. Is prime is the value itself. So this list comprehension is telling basically pick up the index wherever the value is true. So very nice way of writing it. And those indices are basically the prime numbers, right? We can see one more example. Let's say I run this until maybe, let's say, 20. So again, the code would run and it tells me, look, this is how my list primes looks at the end of the while loop. And these are my prime numbers here, which are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19. Very, very nice. This is more efficient compared to, let's say, naively computing, let's say, primality for each number. Mind you, however, this comes at the expense of added memory. However, since we are looking at booleans, in fact, this can be done very, very efficiently because we just need one bit per number. So it's actually a very cool method. Very interesting the thought process in this. I hope you found this interesting. This video is a part of the WiByte Algorithms and Olympiad track. Do look at our website www.wibyte.in and forever enjoy coding. Take care. Thank you so much. Bye bye.